Hello, Victor here, restoringmercedes.com. Bad news, this is the soft top replacement project here. Bad news is that the soft top turned out to be too short. To explain you the situation real quick, I already started to unglue it because this is not gonna work. Now, center line, of course, there is a little bit of glue left, so I'm just gonna kind of drop it on real quick. It doesn't have to be accurate. Drop it on, all right, just to have it so it's more or less on the frame. All right, so it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't have to be extremely accurate because who cares? Doesn't matter. Just want to show you the concept here, and it really stressed me out because I had it glued so nice. Everything was cool. I was like, it was great. I mean, the rear window was nice, almost great, almost great. This line I didn't like, this fold over here, but this you can live with. Now, when I did the top portion, the rebar here on top just slid off a little bit. All right, let's just take a look real quick. All right, so anyway. So I glued in the rebar because, again, this is important, and this is important. You start there, of course, center line, spread it across, make sure the lip is good, the corner is good, not too much, not too little. Like, you can have it too loose, then it's gonna flip. If it's too tight, then it's gonna be like scratching your paint. So it has to be more or less just to follow the roof line, right? Just the canvas line. That's good. And the same thing here, not too tight, not too loose. The stitch line, the straightness, and the distances, and all of that was done. All right, great. So the next step is this. This is how it's supposed to be. This is how much I'm missing. This corner has to be at 90-degree angle, and it's supposed to be here, where I'm gonna get 2 inches of material. More than that, actually, because the other side is like that. This material here, I kind of like looked at it, and I was kind of concerned, but I thought maybe I'll stretch it somehow. But it is not stretchable, because if I stretch it, then I'm creating an issue. This corner here starts to bend. Once it bends like this, somebody will say no big deal. It is a big deal, because it will start scratching against the paint. You'll take your paint off. I've seen this. So, not right. Because the frame for this very corner, this little frame here, right? It goes in here. The frame's supposed to start. I'll show you how the frame's supposed to be. Like this. It's supposed to be like this. This very corner, and the stitching has to be somewhere around here. That's how it should be. And then you fold it like this. Then actually, you glue the material to this frame when the frame was installed. All right. So now let's just hypothetically assume that this edge supposed to line up with this edge right here. So you have this straight line when the roof is closed, not a triangle or anything like that. It has to be like this, more stress line, and the molding goes over. But the molding is here. It's not behind it. It's right here. I'll show you the molding, just so somebody somebody has any kind of ideas. This is the molding. That's all I got. This is it. So you see how very little space and how precise it has to be. That this particular corner would line up under this molding. And look at the gap. This material doesn't stretch. This is not like spandex, and it's not elastic by any means. This is very rough canvas top, like cloth. How are you gonna stretch it? And then you got reinforcements here, and you got reinforcement here. How are you gonna stretch all that? Well, somebody can explain me how to stretch this. How do you stretch this whole reinforcement, canvas, soft top, whatever, like cloth, stitched, and another layer of it, plus you got this a little stitching covering here. How are you gonna stretch this 2 inches? If somebody can explain me that, great. But I just don't see a reason. Plus, I don't want to see a reason. I don't want it to be stretched. I wanted to install it right off the first try, just like normal. Not like this. This is horrible. So this top is going to be unglued, unfortunately, right now. Cables removed, of course. I have to undo the cables from up here. So I have to. Yeah, it's a bummer. I mean, it was going so good. Now I have to clean the glue again. This is a new glue, so it will come off probably easy. And another marker, by the way, as I mentioned before, I think I did mention it, I actually could not make this soft top material to reach a set screw. There is a set screw that goes here. This is factory set screw, and that's what it should be. Now this cloth, ideally, it has to be this far. Okay, so the cable folds in nice and everything, so it has to be here. But it turned out the closest I could get it was here. So as you can see, this very distance plus a little extra, this very distance is what we're missing, the lengthwise. So somebody just missed an inch here, an inch there, and this is what we ended up being with. This is what we got. So somebody cut it too short. I think somebody cut it too short, or missed like an inch somewhere, or the whole material shifted during the production. I don't know, but this isn't right on both sides. This isn't right. It doesn't work. It doesn't reach. And also there is slightly more material left here, right here, between this stitch line and this stitch line, because when I try to fold this corner, it lifts up like that slightly. But I mean, you can live with that, okay. It's not the original roof, I get it. But still, like, you know, what am I supposed to do with this? It's just the original roof is pretty much the same. But it's just like there's an extra material here, and that plastic inside reinforces the corner. It bulges up like this. I mean, right now it's fine, but after like 10 years, this fold is gonna show. But again, 10 years from now, it's a long distance, but still. Anyway, this is where we are. Yes, kind of a bummer. You know, 1 step forward and 3 steps backwards. Yeah, not cool. So right now I'm going to remove this top, put it in the box, mail it back out. I don't like it. I also measured the original soft top here. This is the old one. What I did measure is the distance between the corner to a set screw area. This is where the set screw would have been. It's 17 and a half, about 17 and a quarter inches. And I measured this area from the corner, 17 and a half inches, and up here. Approximately 17 and a half, approximately where my set screw is. So the rear portion here, it appears to be okay. But this whole portion here should have been extended by about 2 inches, like right from here. If the material would have been extended like about this distance, and then the fold would have happened upwards from here somewhere, not what it's happening now, what is coming off now. It's coming off like 2 inches, that shortness. This is what I need. If this whole reinforcement would have been extended, forget about set screw. I put my own in there, all right? So that will do. That's fine with me. But this, I can do nothing, because the material is already cut and this is too short. Nothing I can do. So it's a defective kind of soft top, not accurate. All right, so this is all. Victor here is StoryMercedes.com. I'll keep you updated when I get another top. Thank you for watching.